from Maya. How was the Rush experience for you as a PNM?
So as a PNM, what was Rush, like 3 months ago already?
Yes,
That's
it feels like a
That's
year ago or
crazy.
something.
I know. I feel like it was like literally yesterday.
Time flies.
It really does.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly, I really, really enjoyed Rush. I thought that it was like a super good experience for me. I got to talk to so many people, and I think like that's the whole point, is that you're talking to like, I think I talked to like 3 people in each house.
Yeah.
You know, like on the first day, like it was just great because I got to like experience a lot of new people, new opinions, new like perspectives.
For sure.
And, you know, it's just a lot of it's just like, you know, like how are you? Like how is your day going? But it's also like, you know, like what are you interested in? What do you like to do for fun? You know, like maybe, okay, hey, like she said there's a really good like hot yoga place down like in DTLA. Like let me hit it up, you know what I mean? So for that reason it was really, really great. And then obviously like at the end of the day, like I did join a house and like I'm having the best time ever. So definitely a very positive experience on my end.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then how would you say the process of rushing PNMs was?
I would say rushing PNMs is like 10 times better than going through the process
Wow,
as a
okay.
PNM. I have so much fun. And like, I don't know, maybe it's me. I feel like Rush on the active side like gets a lot of hate.
Yeah.
Because it is very long hours. Like you are talking to like 20 plus girls a day. And you know, you have to like remember specific things about the conversation that you talked about.
Yeah, for sure.
Because like at the end of the day, we are trying to like pick a house of girls that we really like and really mesh with and think that they would be a good fit. And like it's very long, but it's like so rewarding because then, you know, like you'll have Rush crushes and like they'll
I can't
come
wait
through.
for Rush.
Yeah, I was like, you were my Rush crush and you ran home to me. Like
I did in fact.
Yeah, so it's like, like I just love talking to people. I feel like I'm like a very social person, like in that regard.
Totally.
So like kind of how like you were touching on like different opinions, different perspectives. Like I just love hearing what people are passionate about. And then especially when I would get engineers that I talked to, I'd be like, oh my God, like, and they were all
like,
freshmen.
oh,
and
so
I
did
was
you have
like,
this professor?
oh, no, literally. I feel like it's like a little tea session. I'm like,
No,
so who'd you
love
have?
it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And like that's the thing. It's like honestly, like I don't know if like they try to pair us up with like engineers or anything, but like I talked to like definitely like a few, which is like
100%.
so like awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah.
Definitely really fun. Kind of along with that, what would you guys say like was the most like profound thing you learned from Rush?
I think
On either side,
let me
honestly.
think.
Yeah, I feel like you learn a lot about yourself
totally
through the process. Like you grow a lot as a person. Like I will say, like the recruitment process is a little bit brutal. And you know, like PNMs and actives alike are like very aware of that.
Yeah.
And as an active, like we try to make it just like the best process, like overall for the PNMs. But like at the end of the day, like it's very emotional. Like I remember being very emotional during my recruitment, but you learn a lot about yourself. And like at the end of the day, it doesn't like matter really like where you end up, but as long as you like love the people around you. Like I remember during my recruitment, I was telling my mom that I was like, oh my God, every single time I go back to Tridel, I feel like I like it more and more. And if this is how I'm feeling and I'm like not even in the house yet, then like imagine how I'll feel like when I am in the house.
Yeah,
and, like
totally.
that's my safe spot at the end of the
Totally.
day. Like
100% agree.
Yeah.
I think like what you said, I think once you like, especially once you get into a house and you like can kind of like take a breath and just be like, okay, I feel like this is where I'm meant to be. You kind of stop like worrying so much about like, how do I say this? Like, I feel like you can start being more individual and more creative and more like, it makes you like learn more about yourself in that regard. Cause you're like, hey, like she's cool. Like she's doing this way. Like I kind of want to experiment with my own like style, my own like, you know, anything like that. So that's what I think is really great about it too. Like you kind of start to become more individual and that's like really exciting.
For sure.
Yeah, I think like especially if you don't really understand or like know a lot about Greek life, which I honestly didn't before I rushed, it seems a little bit like daunting, a little bit like, oh my God, like you're picking them, they're picking you. But it's more like, it's really not like a picking. It's like a, who do you feel like you like mesh with and like,
100%.
align with?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? And that's what I love about it. It's like, you know, like there's definitely a spot for everybody. And I think the most nerve-wracking part and what makes it hard is like the disappointment of like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Maybe
Yeah.
like not getting a house that you wanted, but at the end of the day, like if I had known it would end out the way it did, I would have just like loved to just enjoy it.
Oh
so
my
like, you have
gosh,
to just know
yeah.
that it's gonna work
Yeah.
out the way it needs to work out.
No,
Yeah.
I'm such a person that's like, you have to trust the process.
Totally.
Like, especially with recruitment, like, what happens, like, is going to happen.
Yeah,
and
totally.
it'll, like, you'll end up, like, where you truly, like, belong.
Yeah.
100%.
And
For
I feel like
sure.
especially like during involvement round when you're starting to like learn a little bit more about the sororities and like see what like they're passionate about.
Yeah.
Like that was like a huge round for me because I'm
Totally.
like, okay, like could I see myself supporting this event or
Yeah,
like
for
this
sure.
philanthropy?
Yeah.
For sure.
So like that was awesome.
Yeah.